Everyone, before I begin today's topics, I just want to say my view on video game remasters and collections is that personally I think they're bad business practice. Like, it depends. Some companies could do collections right, where they include all these great games in the collection and all the DLC. But then there's others that would just like milk the shit. Like, I've heard recently they're bringing out Gears of War remastered, which means they're just going to up the frames per second and 1080p, you know, the usual jazz you hear about these days. And if that's the case, it's like, it's not worth it, especially to charge full price. I understand if it's charge 20 or 30, that'd be grand. But if you charge the full, well, over here in Ireland, 75 to 80 euro, it's ridiculous. But a collection with all the DLC included is not too bad. I still think it's a bit iffy, like they're just trying to milk us, the consumers. But it depends. There's good parts and bad points. See, like, the good points is that people who never got the chance to play because they didn't own the right console, or they didn't have they know at the time these games were worth playing, they get a chance to buy them for the new console and experience them. But the bad points is, you know, they'll milk us, they'll keep bringing out just collection after collection, remaster after remaster, while actually working on the new games, or maybe the new games suffer because the remaster are being worked on, all the type of stuff. But with that being said, there is a couple of collections that I personally like. Like, today, recently, the Uncharted and Drake collection was leaked, and this is a collection I am going more than likely get if all the DLC is included for the game. Well, mostly the multiplayer DLC, which it has to be, or else it's just a bunch of bullshit. But I'm looking forward to the collection. I'm looking forward to playing these games again on a new system, especially when Uncharted 4 just around the corner. It makes perfect sense for it to bring out now, because people who come over from the Xbox 360, you know, to the PS4 for the next generation, get a chance to experience this trilogy, and everyone else, if they wanted to play it again, the new system, they may have sold their old games and just want to buy this collection again so they can own it for the next couple of years for the new PS4, then so be it. As long as they include all the multiplayer DLC and the games all work properly on the collection, I have no problem. It's a great series and it's worth buying. Now, with that being said, the topic today is, I want to talk about 3 particular series that I think would benefit from having a collection on the PS4 or Xbox One. And these 3 have not really been, okay, one of them has been done as a collection before, but the rest haven't. And, well, without no further ado, let's begin. The first collection I want to talk about is the Dragon Age collection. Now, this whole thing with DLC being included, I understand that if you wanted to put all the 3 Dragon Ages together, you would have to wait for Inquisition to have all this DLC released, but that could take a year. But if that's the case, maybe just bundle Origins and Dragon Age 2 together with all their DLC included. That way then people can experience the story who haven't played before and make choices in that game that affect Inquisition, instead of going into the Dragon Age Keep and just going, oh, I'll make that choice over here, and who they romance? Just a bunch of names, but I'll pick you. At least this way, they know the motivation behind it, they know the story, the characters, they have a better understanding of what happened before, instead of just looking at this soulless webpage picking choices. And for the people who have played before, maybe it'd be nice to experience the entire trilogy again on their new consoles. And that's basically all I want to say with that. I think this bring Origins and Dragon Age 2. Like, I'm not saying they have to like make giant like breakthroughs with graphics, although that would be amazing if they could improve the graphics in Origin specifically and touch up Dragon Age 2. But alas, if they just bring out the original 2 games with all the DLC included, I'd be happy. And I think everyone else would be happy too. It'd be great to see this collection. Now moving on, the next collection I want to talk about is Mass Effect. My favourite gaming series of all time. But that's for another video. What I want to talk about was that Mass Effect Trilogy was released on 360 and PS3. We all know this, but I think a PS4 collection is needed because there's a lot of people who move to the next gen who've never experienced Mass Effect, which is absolutely crazy. It's one of the most unique experiences you will ever play, and the thing is that with Mass Effect 4 coming out, I'm guessing next year, a lot of people will be like, is this game series we're playing? And you don't necessarily have to have played the other trilogy to play this because it takes place away from that area and from that story. I'm not going to spoil anything. But I think it would be great because it would get people hyped up again. Especially after, you know, Mass Effect 3 and the whole, well, let's just say, debate about that. If people would enjoy experience the series again as the trilogy on the next generation. And I believe that, like, a lot of people probably did not experience it on the old generation because, let's be fair, like, I mean, You had the Call of Duties, and you had all the FIFAs and all this bullshit, and taken away from this game. And this game, don't get me wrong, this has a lot of followers. It has a big following. There's a lot of gamers who love this series, but I think it could be more. And bringing the series on the PS4 and Xbox One now or next year before games race that flooding would be brilliant, especially because it would drive up the hype for Mass Effect 4 so much. And honestly, Mass Effect needs this. After the debacle of 3, they need to get some good publicity, and if they make the Mass Effect collection, I will buy it, provided, again, if they include all the DLC, because if they did that, it would be fantastic. And I really hope they do, because a Mass Effect collection would be great, especially because the choices carry over from each game. It'd be a great experience, and I'd like to see it on the PS4 and Xbox One. And it is going to happen. I'm 100% convinced it's going to be happening. I think it might be announced at E3 this year, because I am fully convinced they're going to bring it out again, because they've done it already, and they're going to bring it out again. The one thing I would love to see is if they do, that they touch up Mass Effect 1 gameplay wise and graphic wise a little bit. I don't want big strides, but it'd be nice just to touch up a little. If they don't, I'm fine with it, but it's just a personal thing I'd like to see. And with that being said, the final series, which I think is in dire need, especially after the success of the most recent game, The Witcher. Okay, see, this is the collection that needs the most help. And I don't mean that like as in it needs help because it's so bad or people don't know, but I mean, this is how it is. The original Witcher was a PC only game, so already I've never played it. Most people who play consoles never played it. Yeah, the PC gamers have played it, of course, but that's a large majority who've not played it who are now interested. Witcher 2 only came out for PC, then 360. The PS3 people never got to play it, so that's another section who missed out. And now The Witcher 3 has come on both consoles, and look at it. It's selling well. A lot of people are really standing into the game, and I played it, and I will do a review eventually. It's just right now, I played this game for over a week and a half, and I'm still on Act 1. I'm only on the last part of Act 1 now, I think, and it's going to take me a week or two more to clear it, I hope. But basically, that's off topic. Basically, Witcher needs a collection. Because if you can include Witcher 1, 2 and 3, well, you know, the DLC, again, see, Witcher 3 you need all the DLC to come out, but see, Witcher 3 is a different one, because that has 2 expansions coming, and we know that's it, so I think they could manage it. If they bring a Witcher collection, I would love it. They have Witcher 1, which I've never played, Witcher 2, which PS3 people have never played, and believe me, Witcher 2 is one of the best games you'll ever play. And there's a choice in it where when you make it, you basically, Act 1, you play it, grand. Act 3, it's grand, but it can be different depending on the choice you make in Act 1 for Act 2. See, depending on what you do in Act 2, there's this during most games in Act 2 that have this chunk of game. In Witcher, they decide to go, well, you have this chunk of game, and then you have this chunk of game. And whatever choice you make, you go to this area or this area. You do that story, meet these characters, etc. And then you do it. But if you want to experience the other part, then you have to start the game again and make another choice. And it was a really cool thing to see. So, and to have all this in the collection is sorely needed, because I want to experience Witcher 1. I want to see what happened, how this originated, what the series began from. And a lot of people want to play Witcher 2, I'm guessing, after playing Witcher 3, because they want to see more background on their characters. And they say the Witcher series is going to continue, so this is the end of Geralt's story from what I've heard. So if that's the case, just call it the Witcher Geralt collection, or Geralt the Rivia, the White Wolf collection, whatever you want. I think it would sell well, and I would really love to see it. And I think all fans of Witcher would love to, because we've never had a collection in this series that's all on one console, and I think it's sorely needed, because right now it's kind of an imbalance that one game is on the PC, the other is on the 360 and PC, and the Witcher 3 then is only on next gen. So really everyone owns these different consoles. If they don't get the chance, at least you bring it to PS4 and Xbox One, we all have the chance to play it. Whew. That was a lot longer than I expected to talk about Witcher 3, well, Witcher collection. But as you can see, these are all RPGs, which, well, honestly, they're like my favourite genre. So if there's other games that you think would make great collections, leave a comment below. But that's all I wanted to talk about. They're the only collections I wanted to discuss for the time being. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment, and if you like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.